That looks easy to climb up. Some for going on there. Go further. And we get up to the top. Probably where Tara is right now.
जैसे कि कालचक्र विधि में ही ये शब्द कहा गया है कि प्रकट होने वाले ऐसे कालचक्र ईश देवता के मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ, ऐसा श्लोक में कहा गया है। प्राणियों की मदद करने के लिए तैयार होते हैं। तो यही एक जो कहा गया है वो ये है कि जिस तरह से हम कालचक्र ईश देवता की स्थापना करते हैं, ध्यान करते हैं, उसकी भावना करते हैं और हम अंत में जाकर के इन्हीं कालचक्र ईश देवता के रूप में अपने एक जो मन की आप हमारे चित्त की परिस्थिति ऐसा होना चाहिए कि हर एक प्राणी की दुख दूर करने के लिए, कल्याण करने के लिए सेवा करें। और आज की जो विधि कर्म है उसमें बहुत अधिक
get 참자로 anyway 인간의 봐 이것감 나도 나봐 이것감이 이것감 같아 예 엄마고네 막 텐데 아니 खबर तो समझ और जगह व्यवस्थित
और मंडला में प्रवेश के बाद 16 प्रकार के अभिषेक का क्रम है। उससे सबसे पहले जो है 7 बाल रूपी अभिषेक है। उससे पूर्व जो हमारे
actually finally decided on, now that we've got 7 people to go to, well, Shimla and Manali and Points Abroad. So, what do you look for? You look for great tires and the fact that stuff can go on the roof, because needless to say, 7 people, 8 including the driver, not the easiest thing, okay? Thanks a lot. She's kind of like the hip nun. Not the flying nun, but the hip nun.
What can I tell you? They just keep coming at me with the television camera.
Because you're so photogenic, lady. You're so photogenic. Okay, so who are you and what are you doing besides coughing up a lung?
I'm Carmela Somo. I'm helping start some education projects in the Himalayan region, Dharamsala, Spiti, Ladakh. And we're here for the Kala Chakra with English teachers, doctors, lawyers, and a whole heap full of nuns from 4 or 5 different monasteries, and we're having a great time.
No, aren't you also the head of Janyan Cheleng Institute for Buddhist Women?
Oh, yes.
And don't you, like, kind of direct some nuns?
Yeah, you might say.
And how many nuns might you have?
Total 165.
But to be added on too quickly, huh?
Yes, we're growing constantly as resources become available. There's a long waiting list at all of these schools.
Wow.
Many young women.
So basically what you're saying is, give me money.
Well, I mean, if people would like to help the project, that would be great.
That'd be great. Okay, let me go to Shay now. Miss Shay? That's a pretty look. That's pretty on you. Yeah, well, now's your chance, so start telling me what the heck you're doing here.
Okay. I go to Antioch College. I'm a college student. And I'm going to teach English in Ladakh.
Anything else?
I'm also working on my senior project so I can graduate next spring.
What's your senior project on?
Good question. It's on the Kala Chakra and why people are here.
Cool.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Hopefully I'll have details later after I gather all the information.
Updates to be following.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Part of this.
Miss Rebecca,
Yes,
would you please introduce yourself as I focus on you?
I'm Rebecca French. I'm a law professor and adjunct professor of anthropology at the University of Colorado in Boulder. I'm currently a visiting fellow at the East-West Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. And my area of research is the Tibetan Buddhist legal system pre-1959. I'm here in Spiti and Ladakh trying to find out whether some of the outer-lying Tibetan kingdoms like Spiti and Lahul and Zanskar and Ladakh had also Buddhist legal systems, because the Tibetan legal system is really very unusual and marvelous.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so where are you going?
I don't know. I might be going to Spiti. I might be going to Ladakh. Plans change momentarily.
Okay.
As passes close and
As
open.
passes close.
As roads wash
and roads
out.
wash out.
Bridges are gone.
And bridges are gone. And life moves on.
Gone.
Well, so what's
Everything
the
isn't
latest
permanent,
news?
That's what we learned.
Right.
Oh, that's good.
That it's ultimate. And your name is. And my name is. I'm Yvonne Fauché. I'm a pediatrician. I'm a professor of pediatrics at the School of Medicine at the University of California in San Diego. And I'm here both for the Kala Chakra and then to go on to Ladakh, where I'm going to consult in newborn health at the Sonan Norbu Memorial Hospital.
Okay, so what's the latest news on you getting there, though?
Well, as we were saying, the road is washed out in 3
Bridges
places
are gone.
between here,
Landslides have
Tabo
set in.
and Leh. So at present, it looks like we need to go to Delhi, back to Delhi, probably via Manali.
And then take a plane?
And and then fly from Delhi to Leh.
My gosh. Now, how far are we from Leh at this point, though?
We're fairly close to Leh.
Not that far.
We just can't get to
Probably a 4 days drive.
by jeep.
By
That's
jeep
not
over
very
rough roads.
far.
Not that
That's
far.
not very far, as the crow flies.
Right.
As the
If
crow
we were a
flies.
crow, we could get there.
Okay.
But we can't transform ourselves into a crow.
Okay, not yet.
More
We're-
enlightened, we could.
I was gonna say that wasn't one of the
Because we're less
deities we were imagining
So
ourselves as.
transforming ourselves into a
I'm
bird
afraid we have to take a
is
jeep
a much higher
to
level.
Manali and then a bus to Delhi and then a plane out of
Is
Delhi.
that really the free mode of transportation?
I think so.
Wasn't there? Who was this minister guy though?
Who was this minister guy though?
No, he wasn't. Actually, he was Mr. Kalon.
Mm-hmm.
Callan.
Kalon.
That's the
Of
Tibetan
a
pronunciation.
prominent family in Ladakh. He's actually here as an advisor to the army on the border. I mean, that's his beat, so to speak.
Oh.
And he knew the conditions of the road and informed us that the road to Leh won't be open for at least 3 weeks, if not 4.
Oy vey.
Right.
So.
So there really isn't any prospect. It's not a case of waiting a few days.
Oh. Okay.
It's not a case of one
The road-
vehicle as opposed to another.
The road is
It's a
washed
case
out. It
of
doesn't exist in 3
Flying as
places.
opposed to
The river
Oh my-
washed
not
it
getting there at
out.
all.
Oh my
The river
goodness.
changed course one place and the road was washed out over 200
Okay.
meters in another.
Oy. Well, okay. So wait, Shay, how are you? Where are you going? What's your current plan?
I'm going to hike through the mountains.
Hike through the mountains.
And
Okay.
stay
Yeah,
in
mountain
nunneries. And stay in nunneries.
Yes, I'm hooking up with. I'm not exactly sure the details. I guess I go to Pangmo, say hi
Okay.
to the Dalai Lama, and then someone calls me from the road.
Shay.
So I'll walk out there. I love it. And walk next to some horses for 5 days through the mountains and
And
arrive
she's
in
21,
Zanskar.
so it's okay.
And that'll be exciting. I'm excited.
No, in
You're
local
gonna walk
trenches,
through.
rest of worry
How
about
far is it? How far is it that she's walking, Miss Lekshay?
Maybe a couple hundred miles. I think maybe 100 miles.
100 miles by foot. How many
20
days?
miles a day. That's pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Is it flat or are we talking hills?
there's some hills, but mostly the trekking paths are on flat land. A lot of shale. You have to go up and down a little bit, but nothing serious.
Shale.
Should be teaming up with a local trekking team, all Sanskari people, but an experienced guide who I sense knows a few words of English, which would be helpful.
Okay, we're laughing now, but Shay's about to burst into tears.
Hey, do you have enough bones?
yes, I have plenty of moleskin.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad I bought those hiking boots.
Yeah,
If you come down with during this trip, right now. Well, I'll never
Let's see.
remind you the first day.
Oh, you gastritis.
Like, what diseases haven't we had? Maybe
High
that would be
altitude.
easier.
High
Yeah,
altitude,
really.
You get malaria.
We haven't got
Don't
malaria,
get
just the
malaria.
mosquitoes.
You don't get malaria in the mountains, right?
And I don't think we had yellow fever yet.
didn't have yellow
We
fever.
haven't had cholera.
We're doing quite well,
We haven't
actually.
had cholera.
Typhoid either.
We aren't pregnant.
Thank heaven.
I was gonna say we're kind of in a nun's tent, you know.
You're right.
No
Nobody had a
questions about that,
chance.
don't worry about that.
Shay, don't admit that on TV.
I'm proud of it, okay?
Yes, you should be.
I've taken the precepts and I have upheld them.
No worries.
Okay, so as it stands, we're going from where? We're going from here at Tabo to where?
We're going from Tabo up to Morang and visit Sherab Chilling Institute for Buddhist Studies. Stay overnight. Greet His Holiness the Dalai Lama the next morning when he comes through. And then follow him up to Pangmo to Yangchen Chilling Monastery and greet him there also. Hopefully we'll have a fast jeep, one without a flat tire, one without water in the petrol, one that
Without
we
a
do
washed
not,
out road.
that we don't have to tape the electrical system together with Scotch tape.
All of which we've already experienced. Let's be clear here. We've already experienced all of those things.
Oh,
Yes.
I missed the
So
electrical
let's continue.
system.
The electrical system
Well, that
was when
was
the guy was
Zanzibar,
going like
actually.
this.
I think that's because
Well, please continue.
But
long
oh wait, with the washed out river with Yvonne and I, the short girls deciding they were going to team up and try to get across the
Throw
raging
stones at the
river.
It's always effective, throwing stones at the river, you bad river, you. Why don't you tell us what you're then doing the next morning?
well, and then the next morning we're heading out very early as possible.
What's
be
early?
there.
What's early? Let's give these people an idea.
2 a.m.
Hopefully 4 a.m. Two's
Wow,
a bit early.
sleeping in.
Sleeping in.
Or really,
Get
that's a
up
lot of
to
sleep.
the Kunzomla. That's the gathering of all goodness pass. For a special
Literally, that's what it means.
yeah.
Excellent.
For a special incense offering with His Holiness the Dalai Lama and cast of hundreds, where Emily will have a chance to film.
Hopefully.
And it's a beautiful lake up on the top of the mountain overlooking the Spiti Valley. Then we'll all head in different directions. Some to Manali, to Delhi, to
Shay on
Ladakh.
foot.
Shay with her donkey
Yeah, donkey
And-
to Zanskar.
and her Spiti sidekick, and then all of her Zanskari party there. And then Rebecca is still up in the air.
Funny thing, she's only had 10 minutes to make up her mind and she hasn't made it up yet. Figured out her plan.
Considered all the possibilities,
She
right?
doesn't even know all the possibilities. Let's be clear
Cannot
here.
know all the
Okay,
possibilities.
and then Yvonne?
Up to Leh.
Up to
Leh to give medical training.
So we're going to go from Kunzum Pass to Manali, and then from thence to Delhi, and then up to Leh.
Now, how long are you going to be in Leh?
Well, we're going to be in Leh probably 3 weeks. A week
Wow.
at the hospital, and then 3 weeks in Zanskar.
Great.
And maybe a quick trip to the Nubra Valley.
I
The
thought it was the
Silk
Nubra. I
Road.
said he really
Yeah.
could get into the Nubra?
We've just gotten
Oh
a
my gosh,
wonderful
I've gotta go.
invitation to visit the Cullen family farm. So this is, the king and the royal family had these ministers.
Yeah.
I know we
And the
can't see it.
sister
I'll have to leave before you
Is
go
the
to
pediatrician, the
valley.
gynecologist in Ladakh that Yvonne's going to be working with. And
Wow.
the brother is an army advisor for this border region. And he's invited us to go up to their family farm in the Nubra Valley, which is exactly the Silk Road. In the past, I always wondered how one got from Kashmir to the Gobi Desert. You see, and this is the way he wants to take us right up there and show us the trail that one would just go straight into Turkestan. And this is fascinating. And so
Wow, that's great. I don't get to go on anything fun.
you can.
No, wait. No, so what are you doing after you go there?
And then we're going out to the Zanskar Valley. Zanskar Valley is very remote. It has
As opposed to Tabo.
no, this is like the big city compared to Zanskar.
Oh, wow.
So in Zanskar Valley, there are about 13 monasteries for women.
Uh-huh.
And we're already helping about 3 of them. There are 10 more that would like some education. And so we're going to go and tour them, assess their health needs, both from a Tibetan medical point of view. We'll be taking a Tibetan nun, a Ladakhi nun who's trained in Tibetan medicine, and Yvonne who's trained in allopathic medicine. So we'll assess the health needs in this completely neglected area. And then tour the nunneries and find out what kinds of educational needs they have. Hopefully we can help them get some education.
No, where are you going after that then?
After Zanskar?
Yeah.
Well, I go back to Dharamsala for a month, take care of Rich's schools there in Dharamsala,
Okay.
and then head off for Bodh Gaya and teach for Antioch for the fall semester.
Okay.
Philosophy and
And then
Tibet.
are you going to hit Mongolia?
Not this year. I don't think I'll make it to Mongolia this year, but hopefully next year.
Okay.
We've got our Mongolian nuns here. They're inviting us to go to Mongolia, so maybe we'll all meet up in Mongolia next year.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Hello. Okay, Miss Nun, how long have you been a nun?
19 years.
19 years. Okay, and what were you before?
Everything. Practically everything.
Like what? Give us a few examples.
I'm an artist, a poet, a yoga teacher, a translator, a a surfer, a cheerleader, a teacher.
An Asian studies
Good,
major.
yeah, some musician. Yes, a perpetual scholar.
Okay, and why did you become a Buddhist?
I've been a Buddhist since I was a kid because our family name was Zen. Prussian name, but sounds like Zen Buddhism. So I started reading Zen Buddhism and I really loved it. So that's what I've been doing ever since.
And why did you become a nun?
Because I wanted to concentrate on spiritual practice. And being a nun is the most convenient way. Gives you lots of time, lots of freedom. And yeah, the option to help lots of people.
Oh, good. Okay. Can you give us some? I mean, what particularly attracted you? I mean, about Buddha's teachings. What really made an impression on you when you were reading these things about Buddha?
Well, my initial impression was just that the philosophy made sense. Of all the philosophies I'd read, I resonated with the Buddhist worldview. First the Zen worldview, and then later I got into different teachings. And I think it helps people make sense of all of the difficulties they face in life, and all the joys as well. But just understand, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, isn't that what religion is about in general? What particularly about Buddhist teachings really made an impression?
It seems logical, it seems sensible, it seems practical, and one does not, there's no reliance on some other power. One's development, one's spiritual development, and one's personal development is a personal responsibility. So that appealed to me, and very practical guidelines for life. Moral principles, how to control anger, attachment, how to develop wisdom, compassion. These kinds of teachings, very practical meditations that actually help one develop these qualities, these enlightened qualities. And then what really made sense to me was that it actually worked. I mean, I found myself becoming less angry, less greedy. These things, just over the years, you can see actual transformation, personal transformation.
Now, do you think all the things that you've just mentioned are the reasons that Buddhism appeals to Westerners?
I think in general, Western people are attracted to Buddhism because it is practical, it is reasonable, it does not require belief or reliance on anything outside oneself. It has...
Oops. This would be called one of the periodic blackouts that we have here in India, and pretty soon maybe the lights will go on. Okay, we're back. The power came back on, so we still have Karma Lekchit Somo.
So not only the Buddhist worldview and practice is very practical and sensible, but it also is a very psychological approach. Exactly how to deal with one's conflicting emotions, how to approach relationships and deal with difficult people. It has methodologies for all these things, which I think people really appreciate. And also it has many different very effective meditation techniques. I mean, all the way from watching your breath to visualization practices, to yogic practices, working with the winds and channels of the body. I mean, a whole range of meditations. How to deal with every single conflicting emotion. And so these methods are very very useful. And I think that Americans are quite pragmatic. They want something that works, and they want something that works quickly. So I think, also possibly, I think a lot of people are possibly attracted to Buddhism because it's rather exotic, initially.
Yeah.
But then once they get into it, they realize there's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of very useful practical stuff.
Okay, so I'm also interested in misconceptions. What were the funniest or the strangest misconceptions that people have had when you said, I'm a Buddhist?
Well, the big one is that Buddhism is something very pessimistic. They hear the word nirvana, and they think it's some sort of an escape from the real world. And that Buddhism, because we meditate on suffering and death, I mean, which is actually just realistic, that we're all really depressive, morbid types of people. Whereas actually, the Buddhist teachings are simply like realistic. We do die, and it's probably better to think about it beforehand than at the last moment. And we do have problems. We do encounter problems. There's no if we deny that, then we cannot resolve them. First we have to face what's going on in our minds and develop ways of dealing with it. Otherwise, we have no problems. Then when problems come, it comes as a big surprise, and we don't have any ways of coping. So the Buddhist approach is to prepare the mind to be able to cope with difficulties before they arise. I found that very helpful.
Okay, what else do I have to ask you? Okay, that's it, I guess. Oh, wait, can you tell us what hello is in Tibetan?
Oh, well, we say tashi dele. Tashi dele actually means something like congratulations or may all be auspicious. In Tibet, actually, this tashi dele greeting has actually become current in India amongst Tibetans in exile. In Tibet, actually, they would greet each other by saying, "Where are you going?" And generally the reply was either up or down, because Tibet was a pretty mountainous land. Now here in Spiti and up in Ladakh, they say Jule. And Jule is just hello, a very lively, friendly way to say hi.
Cool. How do you say goodbye?
That's more complicated. It depends on whether you're the one leaving or you're the one waving goodbye. Either you say stay well or you say go well.
Oh, I see.
You see,
Okay.
Kalipe is go well, and Kalishu means stay well.
Oh, cool. Okay, how do you say your thank you?
Tujiche. Tujiche means great kindness.
And please.
Tujisi. Uh-huh.
Okay.
From your great kindness.
And I'm sorry. How do you say I'm sorry?
Gongda.
Gomba.
Gonggemebechi.
Okay. And how do you say where is the bathroom? This is a travelogue. We need to know this.
Chapsan kawageri. Sangju
Okay.
kawageri.
And how do you say how much is it?
Katsuri. Gong katsuri. If you want to know the price?
Yes.
Gong katsuri.
Okay. And how do you say it's too much?
Gong jembudu. Gong jembudu.
Oh, great facial expressions. Remember that, people. Okay.
Gong jembudu.
Miss Shay. Okay, so this is your first time in India, right? Yes. Why did you just sound like you smell a frog?
Yes.
You'll have to speak up, honey. There's
Yes,
music
this is
going.
my very first time in India.
Okay. So what are your impressions? I mean, you lived in Thailand before, so I
Yeah.
mean, you're used to other countries, etc. But what's
It reminds me a lot of Thailand.
Really?
There's probably more poverty here. But I haven't really been here long enough to really give you an answer. I haven't really interacted enough with Indians or with the local population to really feel confident in answer that.
So what's the most interesting cultural trait that you've noticed, though? If you could say one thing. Fascinating, yet it would be nice to have an answer. Well, weren't you commenting on guys holding hands and how that kind of tripped you out?
Yeah, that is really different.
So explain what's going on.
I think it's really interesting how women generally, and I guess it's similar to Thailand too. What I experience is women are supposed to be, kind of quiet and to themselves, and they're not really expected to go out alone, like at night and stuff like this. And that men, of course, are like the dominators, but yet they hold hands.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but is India what you expected in general? I mean, maybe not the Indian people. No,
Yeah, because I have a lot of friends who've been here before.
so they told you what to expect?
Yeah.
What
I
did they
had,
tell
like,
you to expect?
Well, they told me like the place of women in the society, like how to dress, how to react, you know, whenever people are talking to you, or how to deal with like people who are annoying you.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty, then I guess Rebecca.
Yes.
Now, Miss Rebecca, I've called you
Rebecca to you.
Ms. Rebecca. Ms. Rebecca. I'm going to ask you about cultural conventions. What do you think are the most important things that people coming here would have to know? In terms of, I mean, you told me a lot of a minute one when I got here. When it came to dress, can we start with dress? The way you should dress?
Well, your arms should be covered. Your breasts shouldn't show. Your,
No, is this for Tibetan or is it
well,
for
it's both
Indian?
Tibetan and Indian. Your legs should be completely covered. It would be best if you had skirts all the way down to the ground. Do you want to do this interview later?
Yeah, maybe we should wait a minute.
If that's the case, we need to send a message to the taxi.
That we're leaving later.
You know what happens after that?
So
No, what time does the taxi think you folks are leaving now?
Oh, we had said after the Long Life Empowerment,
Hmm.
but we didn't make it an exact time. There's we do have the taxi secured, but we have the taxi secured for a different place.
go to Keelung.
To go to Keelung. And now we're going to need it going, I suppose, to Manala. But that's what we have to discuss.
Well, we need somewhere to get to Manila.
We have to figure out where Rebecca's going. And then we have to renegotiate the whole thing with the taxi.
Maybe you dump Lexian off, and I off to the cash. And then you go to Keelung and
And then, let's see, do what? No.
No, you said it was the oldest Moravian mission.
Okay, as you can see, we're all chowing on chocolate because it's one of the few things that we the few pleasures, decadent pleasures we do. What was that, Miss Yvonne?
Like hot water.
One of the few pleasures that's not denied.
Yvonne, when was your last hot water experience?
Hot water.
She sounds so orgasmic when she says it.
I have always thought, though, that hot water coming out of the wall was the world's greatest luxury.
Me too. Actually, I never lost
traveling
that,
in
right?
Asia only convinces you of that even further.
We had hot water on the way up here.
We do?
That one government rest house we stayed at. The
Oh,
dormitory.
it was hot water.
There was hot water there.
It did
Was there hot water?
It never
Yes.
came out when
I didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I never got any hot water.
In the shower? Yeah. We got it in the shower. It's hot.
I think
We
we
used to
break
roll
this
up.
open and share with them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
So we take a taxi at what time? 4 o'clock.
Oh, Quincy, chocolate. So you want to go? We have to brush your teeth. I'm playing mommy here.
Yeah, with all these rapper noises, I don't know that we'll hear anything. But okay, so what?
There's no background noise of any kind.
Oh yeah. All right.
Music, rappers, and chocolate.
Okay, so what are we looking at now?
So now we're looking at where Rebecca would like to go after Kunzong Pass.
When you get to Kunzum Pass?
Or which
Okay, now once we've gotten to Kunzum Pass, Tara goes back somehow hitchhiking to Pangmo. Shay,
Has already gone to.
well, Jay is getting picked up at Pangmo Monastery. I forgot about the
and
pounds.
she's getting called from the road. And then she's
So I
switched
won't
off
really
one of
like-
those days and we don't know which day.
If you go to Moon Lake, you have to wait there on the road for them to pick you up, not knowing what time they might come.
at 15,000 feet in the
What
clouds.
day are they?
And possibly rain. So probably
day are they
Congo is a
leaving?
better option for you with all your baggage and stuff. I would assume. And of course, I'm hoping that the other nun is quite happy about walking 5 days to Zanzibar. But there's no other way.
Yeah, well, that's the only way.
But even if you were to go alone, you wouldn't be afraid, would you?
Oh, I don't think
You leave your no problem. And he seems to know a bit of English. So. Okay, so
Are these trekkers? They're all foreigners?
no, they're all Sanskari people. They're all Sanskari people. The guide looks very sweet.
So they're going home? Is that
Yeah,
right?
I had thought that you might go travel with those nuns that came today, but apparently they may not. Nobody knows exactly, but they may not be going back directly. His group is going back directly, so that means that you'd start out, the same day that we planned to all start out.
And then I'll
And then-
meet you in Zanzibar?
Yeah,
Meet you in
should we set
Zanzibar?
up
we can give you a date. We can give it like 15th August, but we'll work it out exactly.
Okay.
She's going to be in Zanzibar already. We leave Leh the 12th, 13, 14, 15. We'll decide which monastery we're going to meet you at on the 15th.
Well, the other question is if Rebecca comes to Leh, and if we went to the valley,
Nubra
what's
Valley.
the valley?
Nubra Valley.
Nubra Valley right after the 13th and 14th and 15th.
So when's your flight from Leh to Delhi?
15.
Probably leaving the 12th.
Depends on when you're getting to Leh. When are you getting to Leh?
We're hoping to get to Leh on the 7th because her training is from the 8th to the 12th.
Oh, okay.
Minimum of 6 of which is on the road. So
How many days?
It's we would the trip is like 6 days on the road minimum. Actually 8.
In what? A jeep or?
One in a bus, one in a bus or a truck, whatever you can get, and 2 days by foot. So
Oh, okay.
it's a long trip. And then if we were going to, as I had planned, to go and visit all of the nunneries of Zanskar, then one would have to do treks here and there. There are 10 other monasteries or nunneries in Zanskar that I've never visited, and they're asking me to come. So this is what I was hoping to do during those 13 days. But we're trying to work out a schedule so that we can do everything.
Of course, in 13 days.
But
Why not? If you're here.
right, the problem is sometimes there'll be buses, but they may only run once a week. So your option is to walk, and then it depends on how. Some of them are only an hour from another place, and some may be further afield. So that's what we have to look at.
I like these.
Pardon?
I like these noises. Those noises. The barking dog background.
What is that about?
The barking dog. Didn't you say that?
That's what it sounds like.
Bark like a dog for me, baby. Did you hear that's what Madonna said? This barking is so bizarre. You're doing the Omen, or wait, what is that one? Not the Omen.
That was the second we leave.
Yeah, it was the Omen, where the chick's head flips around and she barfs. Oh, excuse me. At The Exorcist, that's it.
We then try and get a bus for the 5th.
Okay.
The house is breaking.
Fearless Leader's gonna tell us what we're doing while she's eating a chocolate bar.
This is not fair.
This barking has gotta go.
What exactly is it that's not fair about this? Is it the barking dog in the background?
I remember the graffiti in Madison, Wisconsin. Neither life nor death is fair.
What?
Is that profound?
That's really profound.
Anyway, it looks like we're heading in the 10 directions. This is what real adventure means. One has to be prepared for any eventuality.
I can take a lot, but I don't know about that. Barking dog in the 10 direction.
This is Yvonne and Rebecca losing it right here. And then Shay's just about to go catatonic with the idea that she's got to maybe ride a pony on the way. You're just dying to have a pony, because if you don't, you're gonna be dying under that pack, girlfriend. Have you felt Shay's pack? Yeah, it makes mine look, light.
There's those Oli Cassini nail files.
I'm gonna start
The
like
romance
signing off
novel. The romance
I
novel.
ditched the romance novel
Got
right
a place
away.
for the romance novel.
You finish it up at the monastery.
Yeah, really. Can you hold up that book, Shay? Is it anywhere around?
I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
Yeah, get that book, because I think you should have it on screen. That thing.
Shay Candidate and her mother novel.
Oh my goodness. What is it called?
Mother Goddess novel. The Shay City. The Goddess of Avalon.
Okay, let me get a close up of that book. Man. And okay, so now people are singing in the background. But if you'll notice, this book is bigger than Shay's head, okay? And she decided to pack it anyway. And what was the reason, Miss Girlfriend?
Because it sounded good.
No, you told me it's because your wallet was stolen. You felt like treating yourself.
Oh yeah, that's right. As soon as my wallet got stolen, I went out and bought myself 4 books. Because I figured if someone else is gonna spend my money, I should spend my own.
Excellent reasoning there.
Let me see if I can get the logic there. Yeah, I lost a lot of money, so I should spend twice as much. Gee, if I were to pick up that as a form of logic, does that come with college, or is it?
Yeah, I think that's perfect college reasoning from what I've seen.
Yeah, really, from...
I should be able to spend my own money.
When it's lost.
When it's lost.
It wasn't
yeah,
lost,
yeah,
it was
no.
stolen.
Stolen, sorry.
$300.
Really? Oh.
Oh, that's kind of steep.
I think you get a few more books for that.
Yeah, I think I deserve 7 books.
See, that's how I was feeling. Treat myself.
Well,
We haven't solved the problems here.
we
Destroyed
get to go
the
off
evidence
camera
here.
and solve some of these problems.
Well, I mean, I want you guys to...
Most people are actually doing.
Well,
Okay,
do you want to
Are
know...
we already cool with you not? You didn't hear that Yvonne and I are going to go to Delhi via Manali and fly to Lee. Shay is going to go by foot and camel to Zanskar.
Yak.
With someone who's going to pick her up at Pungo.
So will I leave on the 4th?
On the
So I'll
fourth.
spend 2 nights at Pungo.
Just as we had planned, one at Cherub Shilling, one at Yangtze Chile. Emily's going to go to Dharamsala and film Tibetan culture in situ.
And Emily
In
is spending
situ.
the night in Sherb Trilling in Pungo, or we have no idea.
Pangmo. The
I'm
Cherub Shilling,
probably-
she's going to stay here tomorrow night someplace. I guess in the room.
I think I can spend the night in the room. I'm just wondering if maybe she'll give me a
The
break
room.
because
room
I'm by myself.
The room I'm
You have to
currently
ask.
She should give you a break. You know, prices are dirt cheap because they're not that many people here. And everyone's going to be leaving, so.
Tara,
Let's hope.
Tara is wanting to stay behind with Emily to make sure she gets off to
An auspicious start.
an auspicious start. And then she's going to stay the night at Pangmo and stay at Pangmo in a cave. Meditating.
And teaching English.
Teaching English.
the tent,
The tent is going with the nuns tomorrow on the 5 o'clock bus.
in the evening.
Uh-huh.
And then how's it going to get to Queen's Own Pass?
And how's it going to get set up at Sherb Trilling?
Then it's going to get picked up from Pangmo after his holiness arrives.
So it's being set up
So
at
it's not
Pungo,
gonna be
not
set up
Sherb
at-
Trilling.
Right.
It's being set up at Pungo, not Sherb
I mean,
Trilling.
they're going to take it down and pack it and take it
up
off.
to Kuzumlan and put it up again.
And then that's when
Someone else is
his
doing
holiness is using it, right?
Someone else is
That's
doing
pretty cool.
I just have to make sure I get the person's name so I can recant that.
it. Okay.
Yeah, you better be.
But I'm flattered that they like her tent.
Yes, I would
It's a
try to
pretty
get
little
back.
tent.
So then, we're going to be in a Jeep that goes the first night to Sherb Trilling, second night to Pangmo, third night to...
Well, this is what we have to decide. Theoretically, ideally, if Yvonne and I are going to Delhi via Manali, then we need a way to Manali. since it depends. Since there is no way to lay, your choices are basically. Let me help
Delhi
you.
or Delhi? Let me help
with
you
this
here.
decision.
Choice of Manali and Delhi or Manali
Now,
and
Tara,
Delhi.
please, we want you on film as
So,
well.
Come sit, Tara.
come sit, Tara, so we can all figure this out.
She's filming our dilemma and our adventure plan.
Nice language on screen.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not the best in languages. Let's put it this way.
Well, she's headed for a cave
I was gonna say,
and a nunnery. I think she's going to improve.
I'm not as bad as I used to be. Let's put it this way. Well, actually, it never was really bad. Was it?
Okay, there's Tara, the woman that speaks how many languages, is going, oh, my language is so bad, please. I'm terrible at languages,
Well,
yeah.
it's true because like in each language I speak, like I know all the swear words and
Hey, well,
unfortunately always
I wish we could use those
very
on.
freely.
But wait, I've got.
What?
Oh well, wait. Okay, so we've figured out what we're doing in terms of travel, correct?
Except for Rebecca.
Oh, except for Rebecca, we know what we're doing.
We're planning to go to stay tomorrow night here.
No, I'm taking the bus already. I already paid.
With the nurse. Oh,
5 in the
perfect.
evening.
Oh, great. Good, good.
So then I have somebody to sit with and I would spend 2 with her because
Perfect.
She has to show you her gift.
Oh, you're not gonna believe
You're
this.
not going to believe it.
Actually, show it to her on screen, would you?
One of our nun's mothers just came and gave her this.
Isn't that the most beautiful blanket? I mean, I've been looking at these shawls for forever, right? And this is the best one I've seen.
Isn't that beautiful?
you're so lucky.
I know, I totally lucked out.
You can wear it to Chima.
She can't wear it.
Marriage?
Get that
I
off.
mean, she took it when she got married. Something.
Well, I think she really likes it.
No, she doesn't like me. She gave it to Lexi, and I started drooling on it. And so she's like, well, I guess now that it has that inauspicious drool all over it, I got to give it to you, kid. So, isn't it cool? I just need one of those. No, I can't hear a thing because of these crazies. But okay, wait. I'm gonna.
Probably wanting to Manali, am I right?
That's easy. Okay, that one's solved.
Okay.
I think you should
And just go to Ladakh.
go to Delhi and fly.
And then your choices for Manali are either Dharamsala or Delhi Ladakh, I suppose.
And it's going to be easy to get a flight from Delhi to Ladakh.
Well, luckily, thanks to Wangdula, he has a connection. His sister is in the government, so apparently they're reserved.
Fortunately, you're a professor and did that in the law.
I don't
I forgot!
But actually, that in this case, it's simply by connections. It really doesn't matter
Right,
if you're
but we all have to
If I'm
be
a
sort of
Jim Bop or not.
you know, a mortician or a whatever leathersmith.
So
In this
you have a
case,
spot on the plane.
I have a spot on the plane.
well, we have a connection in Delhi
connection
who
that
will
will
try
let
to
us
get us a reservation.
Listen, get us a reservation so we can.
He seemed to feel fairly certain that it would be possible.
Well, that
to
sounds
do.
fine
But
to
it
me.
sounds like each person can get one. So, and he knows 2 or 3 people. So it looks pretty promising.
Well, that sounds fine to me. If you
Okay.
and I don't mind paying even for the flight to go to Ladakh. I thought it was always really difficult to get from Delhi to Ladakh.
Well, you see,
So,
these people are in the government that have these things called priority seating for government officials.
VIP.
Very good. That's why we can't get
I
flights,
always wanted to be a
friends.
VIP.
Because
Oh, is that why we couldn't get a
that's why
flight?
nobody can get flights. Is because
But what's happening to Mr. Plus now?
well, apparently the Rotang is open, but the Baralatsa isn't. There are
It won't be
3
open for a month.
for 20 to 30 days.
So
and the
say 2
military is in
people
no
who are,
hurry
you
to
know,
fix it.
especially the last one.
No, what I mean now is where His Holiness is going to give the puja.
Kuzamla.
Is still everybody going up there, or
Well, we're going. Yes, I think we're going up there, but we're not sure Shay is because she's getting picked up by her trekking party at Monastery.
That's you are not. Oh, you mean they're nuns?
Well, when you
No,
think
it's a
about
trekking
it,
party of Zanskari people. She's going to trek with them as a Zanskari for
Keelan
5
is the end
days.
of the line
Lucky,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's always like
That's
Lucky?
Lucky.
Lucky, have you felt her backpack?
No, well, this is the only.
Is she prepared for snow?
This all sounds. I don't know. If you actually think.
underwear. Long underwear.
It's sort of a the textual changes there. It's like
It's gonna be fun. I'm sure it's gonna be wonderful.
It sounds actually really, really cool, except it sounds pretty damn cold. Don't get your feet wet, whatever you do. Take off your shoes to cross a river, because they'll never dry.
And the other thing is, it's going to be one of those stories when you have grandkids, you can still.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Trekking across
grandkids, is that the picture?
Well, or like maybe
Today I
nephews,
found
you
out
know.
I'm gonna hike through the mountains.
Okay, nephews.
Anything would happen. She already said she wasn't pregnant though, so.
Your grandkids, I'm sure those two things go right together.
It's chocolate, which you like.
Well, that sounds easy. If I don't have to think, and if I end up in Ladakh, that sounds fine too.
If you do that, it's so
Actually, you and Lexi will end up going to that valley while I'm teaching. I can see what's up there.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to the Nubra Valley. When I was in Ladakh in 1980, the little ladies would come in and sit in the market because there weren't any big hotels or anything then, and they would have these things that looked like rocks. And you'd ask them what they were. Well, they were never
They were rocks?
Yeah, they were really very small. They looked very hard. They were the things we had, you know, as snacks just the other night. Remember the ones in the middle?
Leathery little things.
They're Nubra Valley apricots that grow in these orchards way up in Nubra Valley, and they're famous all throughout Ladakh.
They're
and Zanskar.
tiny.
Yeah, they're
I thought that they were the pits of something.
no, the part around it is a dried apricot. It's wonderful.
Oh, are
Nubra
they really
Valley's
good?
famous for that. It's famous for all kinds of really interesting things like special kinds of sheep and, you know, Kashima wool. And it's one of those places that you can't ever get to because it's
What's
so close
Kashima
to
wool?
Yeah, it's a special kind of wool that's in the undercoat of goats, right? In the area that's
Oh, those are
famous.
cashmere goats.
Well, yeah. Kashima is really close to Kashmir.
Wow.
Almost
That
the
sounds
same.
good to me.
Yeah, it's really great. So it's the same.
Well, I want one of those. Okay.
Okay, so as long as I don't have to think.
Well, then can you answer
And we
some of my
might have a hot
questions?
shower in Manali. This is
I have to be at that thing at 7:30.
Are you going to be good?
me good. All right.
So, what about? I was going to ask you about cultural conventions. Like, what sort of dress would you suggest for people that are traveling? You got into it and then we couldn't finish.
In India.
Yes.
Well, I suggest that women, and here we're talking about women in particular, have their arms covered and their legs covered, if possible, and don't wear low-necked dresses, don't you think?
So,
You know,
long pants are okay?
You know, I think a skirt is always better than pants, but a person could wear pants. They shouldn't be tight. You don't want to look like a sexual object. Cindy Crawford, even though she's come here, I think is not the way to go. Cosmopolitan, cover of Cosmopolitan is not the way to go.
Okay, so really you should have. I mean, how far up the neck should your
As
neckline
far up
go?
as you can handle it, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The lower, the worse. Right?
Okay. So just nothing
In
tight
front of
fitting.
monks with a nice big cleavage. Bad
Oh
idea.
yeah, like that woman.
Right,
Okay,
like the
I'll
one
get
that's
footage of her tomorrow. But so
She's in the don't category.
but I mean, so just nothing skin tight either, right?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay.
It's real inappropriate.
And your hair is okay down.
What about see-through?
See-through clothing isn't a good idea. Hair's better up rather than down, I'd say, most of the time. Although a lot of people seem to wear it down.
I think it's
around
braided
here.
down.
And braided down is a good idea. It's going to get so dirty if it's left out. It'd probably be smart to braid it regardless. Or shave your head. Shave is always a good one.
I know, really. Okay, and so what other things do you think? I mean, you were telling me about feet. What that feet are very important. Now, is that Tibetan or is that Indian?
I think it's both, actually, isn't it? Well, that you avoid putting your feet towards someone.
It's both. It's
Yeah.
Indian also.
Yeah, it's both. And you avoid touching the top of someone else's head, right?
Except if it's a little kid and you're like.
Well,
trying
even
to-
with Tibetans don't like it very much. Do you think if you go up and like touch someone on the
Well,
top
you
of
don't.
their head,
You mean you don't
yeah.
follow, but like.
But you would, for example, point your feet, right?
No,
At someone. You'd never point your feet at someone. And you, like today, for example, in the teachings, it was really interesting because all the inchis, which is Westerners, were walking over things on the ground, which were
Which is
inappropriate. So they were walking over pictures of the Kalachakra mandala. They were walking over parts of people, and a Tibetan woman came through and kept going like this. Excuse me, please move your mandala over here, move your incense over here, so that she could walk correctly through the space, because the inchis were just walking everywhere. So, what else?
Differences.
I've only got. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm sorry. The thing started flashing. I'm like, I've only got 5 minutes left to tape. Why does it only say 35? Because we looked at the pictures. Okay. And so, what other, we were talking about flat affect before. Not that any of us have adhered to it very well. But in order to not attract attention, what do we? Explain flat affect.
I think facial expression should be limited as much as possible. If one cannot be demonstrative in terms of body posture and face posture, it helps a lot, because those kinds of cues are taken by the opposite gender in India as positive gestures and positive statements by females, and I think that's a real problem. So the more flat your affect, the better. The less you're likely to be thought of as coming on to someone.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so what other suggestions would you have for? A lot of the inchies have demonstrated a lot of things that we would not do. Mini skirts and low cut blouses, the whole deal being some of them. What else could you suggest for people?
Dress for men.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most of them.
Don't wear female clothes.
I saw her today. He was sitting next to us. I looked over and said, "Oh my God, those are the flowers."
And men wearing women's undergarments, that's been real great. I think trying to look what would you say? Being inconspicuous, not showing sections of your body. Like there was a man yesterday in the parking lot who had on shorts and was nude from his short line down and from his waist up. It's really inappropriate. Wouldn't you say, Yvonne?
Yes.
It's very inappropriate, and many of
Yvonne
the
keeps hiding behind this pole, and I cannot see her.
Yvonne? Supposed to be a water flash. A flash.
So what else, Yvonne, should men not wear?
Well, what's proper for them in terms of being covered?
Well, not skin-tight clothing.
Oh, you know what? Leg shave. Don't you have my torch? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, Rebecca, we have to keep in mind, Rebecca and Yvonne's theory is put on as many shawls as possible, especially if you haven't quite yet paid for them.
More clothing. More clothing, the better.
These two have been like the shawl women of Tabo.
The layered look, I think, is really appropriate. 5 and 6 layers, because it gets so cold. It can go from 100 degrees to minus. Right down
That's
to
right.
zero.
So you have to be prepared for everything. That's the beauty of a shawl.
You always have an umbrella.
Yeah, you can sleep in it, or you can try to sleep in it, and when you're stuffed in a jeep.
You can use it as a pillow. You can put it on your head as protective covering from the sun. It's the all-purpose piece of clothing.
Accessory. Okay, so no other real suggestions about.
Don't wear too much lipstick.
Don't wear too much lipstick, you think so?
Yeah, depends where you are. When you're going down Delhi Main Street, yeah, it's good to wear lipstick because then people kind of look at you as a lady. Yeah. But if you're up here in Tabu or somewhere in the village, you don't wear lipstick and makeup because you're just walking around like a whore.
So is the only girl with eye makeup on.
No, eye makeup is something different. In Bulgaria, I can wear eye makeup every day. But the moment I wear lipstick, I get laughed about. I can't wear lipstick. Only, women who put themselves out there, or who are married, or who are whores.
Really?
In village life. I'm talking about village life.
In India, wear lipstick.
So, as a suggestion, if you're in Bombay, Delhi, Madras, one of those big cities, okay, wear lipstick. If you're going out, wear lipstick. But when you're up here in the villages,
And so you always keep your hair back too.
yeah, don't wear your hair down either. I can't do it because like when you wear your hair down, especially down in the plains, you are a loose woman, you know. And like I grew up in that way, and then when I wear my hair down, I feel really uncomfortable. You know, I can't wear my hair down. I feel like something is wrong. Like if you walk around in your underpants, you know, that's how I feel when I put my hair down. Like, I don't know.
Okay, we'll just wait for her to come to San Francisco to like let loose.
Okay, yeah. Eye makeup is no problem. Lipstick also for occasions like when you go to a wedding or you know to a festival or something. But like for everyday life in the market or anything, you should not.
Okay.
So.
Cool. I mean, with hers, whatever.
We're like the professional duo over here.
Yeah, well,
We're the older
The
women
older
of
professional duo.
well, no. All
the
I'm,
queer woman's view of India.
you know what I'm gonna ask you then? Now you're gonna really laugh. I'm gonna ask you what you suggest that people pack, because Yvonne
is the best packer.
she is incredible. This woman can pack like nobody's business.
Well, Yvonne, I've decided that the secret to Yvonne is that Yvonne spends an enormous amount of time camping in the U.S.
Yes, that helps.
And that has helped her because basically one camps out in India, right?
This is right. Camping in the U.S.
That plus
backpacking.
money belts and purses like this. This is the chic purse. She has the
I
unchic
have